Did you know that according to the Global Peace Index, the world is less peaceful now than it was 10 years ago? Surprising, right? But it makes you wonder, what can we do to change this? Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a topic that affects every single one of us: world peace. Now I know it might sound like a massive, almost unreachable goal, but it's actually more relevant to your everyday life than you might realize. World peace isn't just about ending wars or stopping violence. It's about building a society where people feel safe, respected, and understood. Imagine living in a world where conflicts aren't solved by aggression, but through dialogue, empathy, and cooperation. That's what world peace is really about: creating environments where everyone, regardless of their background or beliefs, can thrive. This kind of peace touches every corner of our lives, at work and at home, in our communities, and even online. In a world that sometimes feels increasingly chaotic, your role in promoting peace has never been more important. Whether it's by resolving conflicts in your own relationships, practicing kindness towards strangers, or standing up against injustice, each one of us can make a difference. So let's dive into how you can contribute to this essential cause. We'll explore simple actions you can take in your daily life that ripple out into the world, creating a more peaceful, just, and understanding society. Ready? Let's get started. Right now, the world feels overwhelming. Conflict and violence dominate the headlines, making it seem like chaos is everywhere. Division has become the norm, whether it's political unrest and social injustices or rising tensions between nations. In moments like these, peace can feel like a distant and almost unattainable dream. The unfortunate reality is that many of us feel powerless in the face of such enormous issues. It's easy to think, what difference can one person make? After all, we see these problems on a global scale. Entrenched systems of inequality, nations at odds, and societal fractures that seem too deep to heal. But here's the thing: change starts with us. That famous saying, "Be the change you wish to see in the world," rings more true now than ever. It's not just about leading global movements or solving the world's biggest problems all at once. True peace is built on small everyday actions that collectively add up. These actions, when combined, have the power to create a massive shift toward peace. It could be as simple as standing up for someone being treated unfairly, or having a conversation with someone who has a different viewpoint and finding common ground. It's about practicing empathy, resolving conflicts with kindness, and choosing dialogue over hostility. When we adopt these behaviors in our own lives, we begin to create a ripple effect that spreads outward, influencing others to do the same. So while the world might feel overwhelming right now, remember this: peace doesn't have to start with governments or world leaders. It starts with us, in our homes, in our communities, and in our everyday interactions. Together, our small actions can contribute to a world that values understanding, respect, and ultimately peace. Why do we find ourselves in such a state of division? One key factor is misinformation. In today's digital age, false or misleading information spreads faster than ever before. With social media, biased news outlets, and algorithms feeding us content that aligns with our existing beliefs, it's easier for misinformation to take root. This fuels fear, confusion, and misunderstanding. When people don't take the time to dig deeper or consider different perspectives, they become trapped in echo chambers, making political, social, and cultural divisions even worse. Another issue contributing to this divide is the social inequalities we see all around us. Economic inequality widens the gap between the wealthy and the poor, while racial tensions and cultural differences often create barriers that prevent us from seeing each other as equals. These divides may feel insurmountable, but here's the good news: the solution starts with empathy. Empathy is the antidote to division. It motivates us to bridge the gaps between us and to step outside of our own experiences to truly understand others. When we actively listen and try to see the world from someone else's perspective, we start dismantling the walls that divide us. It's about recognizing that every person has their own story, their own struggles, and their own reasons for seeing the world the way they do. By choosing to approach others with empathy, we open the door to meaningful dialogue, understanding, and cooperation. Instead of assuming the worst about someone who disagrees with us, we start to see their humanity, their fears, hopes, and challenges. This shift in mindset can help us work together to overcome the larger issues facing our world, whether they be political, social, or cultural. Ultimately, if we want to break down the barriers of misinformation, social divides, and inequality, we need to prioritize empathy. It's a simple concept, but its power to bring people together and foster peace is immense. Empathy creates the foundation for real change, starting at the individual level and radiating out to transform communities, nations, and the world. Now, Dan, here's the key to fostering peace: empathy, communication, and community. It sounds simple, but it's incredibly powerful. When we step into someone else's shoes, we begin to understand their experiences and feelings. And through open, honest communication, we break down misconceptions and promote unity. Community is also critical. When we come together, whether it's through local initiatives, volunteering, or simply supporting each other, we create a ripple effect. Every small action contributes to something bigger. So think about this. How can you contribute to peace in your daily life? Whether it's having meaningful conversations, practicing kindness, or supporting community efforts, every bit counts. To sum it all up, we've explored the pressing issue of global conflict and division, and how each of us plays a crucial role in promoting peace. Motivation, empathy, and communication are key to overcoming the barriers we face today. Remember, peace isn't just about large movements. It's about small actions that collectively make a world of difference. You have the power to contribute, so let's work together to create a more peaceful and harmonious world. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What are your thoughts on promoting peace? Do you have any ideas on how we can bring more harmony into our communities? Drop your comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to check out my other content on motivation and personal growth. Together, let's unleash world peace. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.